If you take magnesium at the wrong time of day, you might be wasting it completely. That's not an exaggeration. Magnesium is one of the most common supplements sitting in medicine cabinets right now, and most people take it whenever they remember. Morning, afternoon, right before bed, it doesn't matter to them. But your body doesn't work that way. Timing changes how this mineral gets absorbed, how it affects your nervous system, and whether it actually helps you sleep or just passes through you. In clinical practice, this mistake shows up constantly. People come in frustrated saying magnesium didn't work for their sleep, their leg cramps, their anxiety. Then comes the question of when they actually take it. Morning with coffee, or randomly whenever they think of it. That's the problem. Here's what's actually happening inside your body. Magnesium is involved in over 300 processes, including how your muscles relax and how your brain shifts out of alert mode. Your nervous system runs on two settings. One is your fight or flight system, which keeps you alert, tense, and ready to react. The other is your rest and digest system, which slows your heart rate, relaxes your muscles, and prepares your body for deep sleep. Magnesium is one of the main minerals your body uses to shift from that first mode into the second one. That's why timing matters so much. If you take magnesium in the morning, you're asking a calming mineral to do its job while your body is trying to wake up and stay sharp. You're working against your own biology. But if you take it in the evening, roughly 1 to 2 hours before bed, you're supporting the exact shift your body is already trying to make. You're not forcing sleep. You're removing the resistance that's stopping it. Let's talk about what magnesium deficiency actually looks like because most people don't recognize it. It's not always dramatic. It shows up as small, easy-to-ignore signals. Muscle twitches in your eyelid or calf, waking up at 3 in the morning for no clear reason, restless legs that won't settle down once you lie flat, tension headaches that show up at the end of a stressful day, constipation that doesn't improve no matter what you eat, feeling wired but exhausted at the same time, like your body wants to shut down but your mind won't cooperate. Individually, these seem minor. Together, they point to the same root cause. Your body doesn't have enough magnesium to properly downshift your nervous system at night. Part of the reason this is so common now comes down to modern soil and modern food. Magnesium comes from the ground into plants, and decades of intensive farming have stripped a lot of it out of the soil. Add in processed food, chronic stress, caffeine, and alcohol, all of which drain magnesium faster than your body can replace it, and you get a population that's quietly running low without realizing it. So what should you actually do about it? First, understand that not all magnesium is the same. Magnesium oxide, the cheapest and most common form on store shelves, is poorly absorbed. Most of it just pulls water into your intestines and pushes out the other end, which is why it's often used as a laxative. If your goal is sleep and nervous system support, that's not the form you want. Magnesium glycinate is the form most doctors and pharmacists recommend for sleep and relaxation. It's bound to an amino acid called glycine, which itself has a calming effect on the brain. This combination is gentle on digestion and crosses into your system more effectively than cheaper forms. Second, take it at the right time. 1 to 2 hours before bed is the window that works with your body's natural rhythm instead of against it. This gives it enough time to be absorbed and start supporting that shift into rest mode before your head hits the pillow. Third, be consistent with the dose. A common range used for sleep support is between 200 and 400 milligrams, but the right amount depends on your body size, your diet, and any medications you're taking. If you're on blood pressure medication, a diuretic, or have kidney disease, talk to your doctor or pharmacist before starting, because magnesium can interact with how your kidneys handle fluid and other minerals. Fourth, pair it with something that supports absorption. Taking magnesium with a small amount of food can reduce stomach upset. Avoid taking it at the exact same time as calcium supplements or certain antibiotics, since they can compete for absorption in your gut. If you take other medications, space them out by a couple of hours when possible, or ask your pharmacist for guidance specific to your situation. There's also a warning sign worth knowing. Too much magnesium, especially from supplements rather than food, can cause diarrhea, nausea, or in rare cases, more serious effects if your kidneys aren't filtering it properly. This is why the form and the dose matter just as much as the timing. More is not automatically better. Now here's something most people don't think about. Magnesium doesn't just help you fall asleep faster. It affects the quality of the sleep you're already getting. Deep sleep is when your body repairs muscle, consolidates memory, and regulates hormones like cortisol. If your magnesium levels are low, you might be sleeping 7 or 8 hours and still waking up tired because you're not spending enough time in that deep, restorative stage. This is one of the quiet reasons people feel like their sleep just isn't doing its job anymore, even when the hours look fine on paper. If you want to support this naturally, alongside or instead of a supplement, certain foods are genuinely rich in magnesium. Pumpkin seeds, spinach, almonds, black beans, and dark chocolate all contain meaningful amounts. Building a few of these into your evening meal can make a real difference over time, especially combined with reducing alcohol and late caffeine, both of which interfere with your body's ability to hold on to magnesium. One more thing worth mentioning. If you've tried magnesium before and felt like it did nothing, timing and form are usually the reason, not the mineral itself. A lot of people give up on something that could genuinely help them, simply because they took the wrong version at the wrong time and never gave it a fair test. If you're going to try this, here's a simple approach. Choose magnesium glycinate. Take it 1 to 2 hours before bed. Start on the lower end of the dosing range and adjust based on how your body responds. Give it at least a week or two of consistent use before deciding whether it's working, since mineral levels build up gradually in your system rather than fixing things overnight. Your body is already trying to wind down every single night. Magnesium doesn't force that process. It simply removes one of the obstacles standing in its way. Small, consistent changes like this are often what separates people who sleep well for years from people who spend a decade cycling through sleep aids that never quite solve the problem. If something here felt familiar, especially the restless legs, the twitching, or waking up in the middle of the night, that's worth paying attention to. Talk to your doctor or pharmacist before starting any new supplement, especially if you take other medications or have a kidney condition. Used correctly, this is a simple, low-risk change that can make a real difference in how you sleep and how you feel the next day. And there you have it. Take this knowledge and take control of your health. Thank you for watching.